Hello, good morning to you, and welcome, Andy and Talkin. Really, now I want to try and avoid delving into too much of a black hole because it doesn't really help. I like to deal with facts. The facts of the matter is, I have seen this Facebook page post regarding some packaging that's been photographed. It's for the COVID vaccine by Astrazeneca. And the point that they're making, well, there's a couple of points, and one of which they haven't made, but I have. So the point that they're making is that to make packaging takes a little while. It's obviously design process, color coordinating, choosing the colors and the design approval. So it can take a couple of months to get some packaging out. Well, this is very interesting because if you look at the actual photographs of it, on the back of it you can see, as they normally do, the ingredients. So they knew what was in it before they actually printed out the box. Otherwise they wouldn't be able to print that out, would they? However, so they got a message from an employee working in a company producing packaging for drugs. Now, already a few weeks ago, they were prepared for shipment to the customer. Almost 1 million packages, 80 doses in the package. And the message, it says, it's not like that they ordered it yesterday. The process of production, colour selection, the project takes several months, from what I know. The mounting, well, I don't know what they mean by that. Mounting, unless they mean the government, knew at least 4 months ago. So the production of packaging with the composition of the vaccine started before the announcement that the vaccine had actually been invented. So, but let's remind ourselves that AstraZeneca was suspended because of it was given to volunteers and several people died. But what I want to have a look at, which is more important, is actually the contents of the alleged vaccine. What really took my eye was the polysorbate 80. I don't know what the other ones are, but this one took my eye because I have seen it mentioned elsewhere. And I'm pretty certain it's the same thing, polysorbate 80. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to Google polysorbate 80 just to show you what I came up with. So polysorbate 80 is a non-ionic surfactant and emulsifier, often used in foods and cosmetics. It's a viscous, water-soluble yellow liquid. Okay, so what we want to have a look at is the side effects of polysorbate 80. So it says it's been implicated in a number of systemic reactions: hypersensitivity, non-allergenic and anaphylaxis, rash, and injection and infusion site adverse events. I presume that's like when you shove it in your arm and you get the pain and that coming around it. So now, interestingly, you can go and read all of this yourself because it's all here on Google. Now, the one that I want to have a look at, well, there's a couple which are going on about be proactive with your colon health by buying organic. Because, as you can see there, the polysorbate 80 are additives that have recently been linked to alterations in gut bacteria and even colon cancer. I say that again, gut bacteria and even colon cancer. So this is something that they're shoving into you that's been linked to those two problems. And I know that there are a lot of people who are having issues with their guts because of it. The diet that we're all eating is non-nutritious, and of course if it's going to cause possible colon cancer as well, you can see where this is all going, can't you? So you can see that the very innocent packaging has already been produced, even though they didn't know it was going to be out, and the whole process of it. So pre-planned is what we're saying. It's been pre-planned a long time ago. And also the contents, one of the contents, which obviously has been identified by the box, can possibly cause colon cancer and problems with your guts. Here's a PDF that you might also like to have a look at. It is what is polysorbate 80 and why you should avoid it. I'll try and put the link down below if I can. So it's talking about toxins and things like that. So obviously we breathe in bad stuff and it comes through our skins. Our modern lifestyle is largely toxic, and we've got a lot of allergies and diseases that we're seeing. So it's an emulsifier or defoamer in foods, vitamins, medicines and vaccines. So obviously it can be used as a defoamer for fermenting process of some wines. It's also used in ice creams and other puddings to create the creamy texture. So it is used in food as well. So we're trying to get to the point. It is used as an ingredient in vaccines. It's a versatile product, additive to various. So should we be worried? It says. Right. So the interesting item is may cause adverse reproductive effects based on animal test data. No human data found, probably because they have not done any testing on that. May cause cancer based on animal test data. Again, no human data found, probably because they haven't done any testing. May affect genetic material, mutagenic. It's also listed in the handbook of green chemicals, but obviously that means absolutely nothing. So I didn't really want to go down the route of discussing that, but it looks like I'm going to have to. Here's another article that I've just found. This is discussing the polysorbate family. It's quite a large family, including other brand names. Tween 80 also is one of them, and you can see down there is a whole list of names given for this particular chemical. The interesting line in that is the addition of ethylene oxide, which they are, the way that they're made mean that they can introduce impurities of chemicals such as ethylene oxide, and it says there scores 10 on a scale of 1 to 10 of hazardous chemicals. It's carcinogenic, shown to induce tumours in mammary glands, It also linked with developmental and reproductive toxicity, immunotoxicity, and allergies. So, not good if you're going to have or try to have a baby. And the dioxane version of that, it's known or suspected to cause cancer or birth defects. So while pregnant women, infants and teenagers are considered to be the most vulnerable, it's reasonable to suggest that this is a chemical best avoided more widely. I was trying to avoid discussing it because the other article that that mentioned polysorbate 80 was on about the adverse reproductive effects based on animal, but that particular line. However, it was referring to humans, and the I can't remember where I saw the article, but it did refer to the abortion of fetus as they are in the womb when they're first conceived, and polysorbate 80 does that. So without making this into much of a black hole of a video, going down that route, I can't find the article, so I'm not going to discuss it any further. However, that particular PDF does mention it in relation to animals, and the reason why it doesn't mention human data is because it's probably not been done. There's been no tests done. However, when they say no tests done, we all know it doesn't mean that at all. Right, that's it for today. I'm going to leave it like that for now. I'm going to let you do your own research on it and see what you come up with. But that is the stuff that you're going to have injected into you if you have a Astrazeneca COVID vaccine done. All right, so just bear that in mind. Have a good day and bye for now.